Hi Gastro Pals, it's Tiny Small Fry here again, and this week I had a bit of exciting news. I completed 30 years of service for the company I work for, and they very kindly gave me a little shopping voucher, so I've treated myself to a brand new piece of kitchen equipment. Let's go and see what it is. Right, so are you ready for the big reveal? Do you know what it might be? It's a Ninja Foodi, which is very similar to the PKP I've got, except for one thing, and that is that in here you've got a crisping lid that roasts it. How cool is that? So, what accessories do you get? Well, as I mentioned before, we have the lid here, and obviously you got the air crisper the lid. Take the cardboard out. You've got basket that basically that's what you tend to put most things in, as you'll see a bit later on when I actually cook something with it. You've got your pressure bowl like you do in the PKP, so you can't really see it there. You might be able to just about. There's a gauge on the side telling you various measurements of cups. Very American. But also you then have your pressure lid, which is very much like the PKP pressure lid, and on top of that you've also got a roasting rack, which basically that way up you can put things in. Obviously you can't have it too far proud of that, and that way up you've got the two lifting handles to lift stuff up from. Now the thing about storing it is absolutely massive and quite heavy. Not the rack obviously, but the whole of the Ninja Foodi. So basically how I'm storing it at the moment is I put that in there like that. That goes on top there like that. That lid goes down. This lid is not detachable, so that's permanently attached to it. So when you've got the pressure lid on, that sits up there like that. Now that you can't switch this on. You can't put the grill lid on when it's open like that, so you're not going to get burnt or anything silly like that. But obviously if you've had it on and then you open it, it is going to still be hot, so you do have to be careful of that. But apart from that, it's a pretty cool bit of kit. It's I have actually already used it a few times, or should I say we have used it a few times, because my better half, it's her favourite thing. It was her that pointed it out to me. So this will actually replace quite a number of other items. If you're anything like me, you've probably got a cupboard full of stuff. So this could replace the air fryer. We've got a Ramoska, or that we don't really use that anyway, but it'd certainly replace that. PKP, we're either going to keep the PKP and use that as a second pressure cooker for Christmas, or just sell that on. Or alternatively as well, and that's the other thing, slow cooker, it replaces that, and technically speaking could also replace the bread maker. How about that? So As I mentioned, the exciting thing about the Ninja Foodi is that you can actually brown and crisp. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, you'll remember I did a whole chicken in the Pressure King Pro, and one of my grumps was that it didn't appear to be cooked, and it just fell to bits really, and I ended up banging it in the oven to crisp it up a bit afterwards. Well, apparently I don't need to do that with the Ninja Foodi. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to repeat every recipe I've ever done in the PKP, in the Ninja Foodi, but as a bit of an experiment today, what I figured I would do is have a go at doing the whole roast chicken again. And it really will be sort of roasted this time. So let's see what we can do. Right, so put the chicken in the basket. There's 2 cups of water underneath. I just need to go and get the pressure lid now and put it on. Right, so the lid's gone on. Twisted on. Right, so we push the pressure button here, and then we put the plus sign up. It says 25 minutes in the recipe, but we've gone 35 minutes because we've done this before and it was a bit pink. And now we're going to push the start button. You can see there it's doing the same pretty much as it does on the PKP. Does its little chasing snake thing, and we'll come back when it's reached full pressure and it starts counting down. And there we go, it's counting down. So what happens when it's done is it starts doing a count up for some reason. I believe that's basically a keep it warm type of situation. So what I need to do now is vent it. Right, so time to take the lid off. It's a little blonde. So we stuck a meat thermometer in the thick parts and it's come up to the chicken temperature. So now we just need to air crisp it. So what we're going to do here then is spray a bit of the spray oil over the top just to help with the crisping process. I'll shut the air crisp lid, push the time up to 15 minutes, push the air crisp button rather, push the time up to 15 minutes, press start, and as you can hear the air's whizzing round on that, so that's kind of like the air fryer component of the Ninja Foodi. And we'll come back in 15 minutes and see what it's done to the chicken. Right, so what's really good about this is that what you can do is if you lift the lid, it actually switches the halogen grill thing off, so you're not going to end up with, you know, sort of a burnt face or something like that. So that's quite cool, because that means you can actually lift the lid, check on the state of anything you're crisping, make sure it isn't over crisped, which is what we've been doing as we've gone along. So there we go. With the tender crisper, it's browned the chicken as well, and that actually looks absolutely delicious, and I'll tell you now, it smells it as well. So I'm going to put this down for a minute, fish it out, get the veggies together, carve into it, and have some dinner. You can see there it's well cooked in the leg. That's where we'd have the problems if there was going to be any problems whatsoever. Lovely crisp golden brown there, and really nice tender juicy meat. And there's enough there for 5 of us for 2 days. Right, so that was a roast chicken done in the Ninja Foodi, and using the air crisper, which is a unique function to the Ninja Foodi pressure cooker. As I'm sure you'll agree, it looked good. It did actually taste equally good, and it was all done and dusted in well under an hour. It said in the instructions, I think it was 15 minutes to pressure cook it. We ramped it up to 35 minutes because we did 25 the first time we did it, and it wasn't quite cooked enough. So this time round we did a full 35 minutes, and as you could see, it was cooked right the way through. No red, nothing. It was absolutely lovely, tender, and then we crisped it for 15 minutes, sprayed a bit of oil over the top, put it on the tender crisper for 15 minutes, and it was absolutely awesome. So what leaves me to say is, if you want to see more of my videos, then click subscribe. Also, if you want to get alerts and I post new videos up, don't forget to hit that bell, because that's how you get the notifications. And what I'll try and do is I will either try and put a link into the video, or at least very least in the comments down below, that links you back to the video where I cooked a chicken in the PKP, so you can actually compare the two. My view is it worked much better in the Ninja Foodi from personal experience, but then I only did the chicken once in the PKP and decided never again, because I ended up having to bang it in the oven because it wasn't really to my taste. So anyway, all that remains for me to say is bon appetit.